Well, I thought while I got it round the wrong way, I'd make a quick video of what the back of a Yamaha DX7 looks like, because obviously most people see the front of it, they never see the back of it. So moving from picture shot right to left, obviously there's all the Yamaha bit, the serial number, etc. And then we move along, and as with most keyboards of this age, I know the modern trend is not to put an out and through, but in these keyboards there's obviously the standard in, out, through. 16 channel MIDI operates the standard way most MIDI implementations would work. Bear in mind this is of course a very early MIDI implementation, so some of the more modern functions might not be present. In fact, I know a couple aren't, but the standard is pretty much the same. So that's the MIDI implementation. And then we move a little bit further along, and we come to sort of the pedals. So you can configure on this keyboard effectively 4 different pedals. So there is this one here, which is obviously a standard sustain pedal. Okay, so that will just hit the sustain like most keyboards. The foot switch here is a switching pedal, so you can effectively use that for switching patches, etc. The next 2 pedals here are, you can have either a contact pedal like a foot switch or a sustain pedal in there, or you can have an expression controller, okay, plugged into there. It's configurable on the unit. It's not the easiest thing to configure, but you can do it, and you can configure it to a patch. So you can make these pedals work in a different way depending on how you put the either the global settings or the individual patch settings. And then we go to the output. Now the interesting thing about this is, given the age of the DX7, back in the day, a lot of venues didn't really cater for stereo pieces of equipment. Guitars are not stereo, vocals tend not to be stereo, so why should keyboards be stereo? So quite often you had the ability on the unit to actually have a mono mix of the keyboard going out just on the A channel, and the B channel just got left. This is configured in stereo mode, so A is left, B is right on the configuration I've got, but you can actually configure the unit to push everything through a mono channel and just use that. Then of course there's the famous DX7 logo, never get tired of seeing that, and the Yamaha bit. And then we get to the far end, which is where the on-off power is, and my recently installed IC connector on the end of that cable. Traditionally this would have come with a cable that had a plug into a wall socket on the end of it. It doesn't suit the way I have my studio set up, so I've removed that and replaced it with an IC cable. But that is the back of the DX7 while it's not in its rack or correct position.